Hello and welcome to Trecwn Valley Model Railway, and today we're going to have a look at some more of the scenic work that I've done on the layout and just go through what I've used so far. There's still a lot to do, it's not finished, but it is getting there. So if you'd like to grab yourself a drink and we'll have a little tour around the layout and just have a quick look what I've done. Okay, starting at the left side of the layout, what I've done, I've completely covered the hillside in PVA glue, and the reason for that is, like I mentioned in the last video, the paint was coming off as you was painting it on. So I've sealed it all in with PVA glue. Then what I've done, I've got some children's white and black, mixed it together. Poster paint that you get from these cheap shops, and I've mixed it in different colours, so either a bit more black or a bit more white, just to give the effect of different shades of grey. And then I mean, that isn't the finished article. I am going to go over that eventually with I think it's Knock or Gauge Master. They do this like grey powdery form that's like a concrete mix, so I will be going over the top of all the grey bits with that mix to give it more of a rock form. And then what I've done on top of that, I've PVA'd the top of the hills and some of the scenery around the bottom, just to give it a bit more colour, because I was fed up of seeing just first white then all grey. And what I do then, I sprinkle it from above, and where it lands is where I feel that grass would normally grow. Now this is only the first actual coating. There will be different shades and then eventually static grass, but there will be trees on the hillside and on some of the land. So this is just the first coverage. So like I say, that will change. As I mentioned in the previous video, I've moved the platform this side now, as you can see. Now, this station building, I'm not 100% where to put it, either on the actual platform for the standard gauge or on the OO9. So if you've got any ideas which you think is best to suited, then please put it in the comments below, whether you think it's better on the OO9 or whether it's better on the modern standard gauge. Something else I've added to the platform is this little station or bus stop waiting shelter. Now this is, I think, from Wills, and it was something I had years ago that was free. It was in a job lot of stuff, and basically I've just painted it up with Cavalry Brown. There's some frame dirt and I think it's sleeper grime for the wood. The roof I haven't touched, it's the natural colour, but I've just gone over it with a bit of white to dust it all down, and the same over the brickwork, and I think it's come out quite good. I've put a couple of passengers in there temporary for now, whether they stay in there is another thing. And the other thing I've done a bit more of the ballasting around the platform, so I could just get some of this landform covered in some of this base grass, but it has come on quite well. Okay, I've had to take you off the tripod for this little bit, so sorry about this, but as you can see, I've done a bit of greenery down the bottom. There'll be bushes and that, and it's been painted in grey as well. That's just the gap between the bridge and the tunnel. The bridge now is complete. I've put some narrow clearance signs. Those are free with some of the magazines. You get to look out for them. I think it's Sankey signs. And then I've put these retaining walls either side at the moment. I've still got to do something with this bit here. I'm not sure whether to bring the land out or bring the retaining wall out. But again, everything was painted in cavalry brown and then dusted down with a bit of white, and there's still some weathering to do. The bridge going across is part of a Will's kit, and then there's some girders I've added underneath, and I think that's come up quite well. And as you can see, I've started to ballast some of the track coming through the bridge onto the main part of the lower level. But at the moment, because I haven't done the rock form yet, I've just ceased carrying on with the ballasting. So that'll be in a future video. Now, I picked this up from, I can't think, it was one of the shows or somewhere that was for £4. And what I've done, I've put a bit of detail inside. So there's if I could just focus in, there's a newspaper on the dash. I've put a guy in there. He's from the Knock range that come out of one of the calendars. And there's a Tesco bag on the seat as well. The newspaper and the Tesco bag come from Scale Model Scenery. But I just thought I'd put them in there. They're easy to do, just 2 screws underneath. Easy to add in. And I just thought it had that little bit more detail for people to look for. So that's this part of the layout done there. The tunnel mouth now, as you can see, it's got a door on it. These are actually from, I think it's Wills again, Pico Wills. And it's the retaining walls. Now the retaining walls are brick on one side and they've got doors on the other side with a little opening hatch. So I've painted them up green to match similar photos, and then they're just put in place. I will be putting handles at the back of them, and I've done a little bit of concrete hard standing that goes into the tunnels just to finish it off, and then I can start ballasting around the track there. And I've got the hillside to finish off there, the rock form again. It'll be using that sort of rockcrete which you get from Knock. And that's the other tunnel entrance as well. And again, as you can see, there's some concrete hard standing at the entrance, which is quite prototypical. Okay, so the lower level of the standard gauge, still a lot of work to do here. Like I say, there's the rock form on the back there. I've got that stone walling that was given to me by a friend at the Wally Club, and I'm not sure whether to use it because it is slightly overscale, but it does look quite effective. So again, drop a comment below if you think I should use it or not, or if there's other alternatives. This was the Helion station platform. Now, obviously I've taken the building off temporary just to see what it would look like without it. And I'm thinking of putting a bus stop on here if I do decide to use it on the narrow gauge. So again, it'd be nice to have some comments or some ideas of what bus shelters there is or small buildings that can go on here. And as you can see, I've got the bicycle frames there painted in the Arriva Trains colours. I've painted the fencing white now and removed the blue from it. And then there's this overbridge at the end. Again, this is made up of I think it's Will's girders at the top, and then there's some plasticard girders that I've bought from the model shop, and then it's plasticard brick bond, I think it's called, that I've made up for the actual structure of it. Those pieces at the end here are from the tops of the retaining walls, and I think it's come out quite good. Again, cavalry brown, and then dusted down with some white. It's still got the rest of the weathering to do. I've added a little bit of graffiti in the bottom there just to see what it looks like, and there will be more graffiti and tags added to it. the top surface is a piece of plywood that I've just coated, well covered, sorry, not coated, with some, I think it's Metcalf paving tarmac. So that I thought I'd put that on as a bottom cover and use the curbing off it as well, off one of the kits, just to seal the area off. And then this will probably be covered in small chippings eventually, but it just sort of gives it a base. And then we come round to this scene. I've still got to add the actual outlet for the water, so I've got to come up with something like a small tunnel or something like that, or a culvert that's got an outlet. I'm thinking of putting it on the side here so it goes that way for a change, instead of straight on that I've seen on a lot of projects. This is something I'm just playing about with at the moment, either a cafe or a lifeguard thing, because I'm thinking of doing this where there's people swimming. I've added this is made out of coffee stirrers, the same as that decking. There's some plasticard going round, which is from the Wills range, which is like a stone effect. And this was free with Continental Modeler some years ago, and it's like a gypsy caravan type thing, and I'm thinking of having that as a cafe or something similar. And I've got to come up with some way of getting some steps down here so you can enter onto this platform. And then I've got the rest of the base of the sort of river to do as well. So that's a project for the future. Just over here as well, I've got a disconnected siding, and this will probably end up overgrown. What I'm thinking of doing is getting an old disused wagon and putting it on there. This track was kindly from Josh from Mouse Hole Rail, so check his channel out. He got some track for me that I could have, so he sent it up from all the way from Cornwall. So I've decided to add it onto the layout as just something of interest. I did the same on March West Junction where I did disconnected line, so I thought that'd be something a little bit different, and something I've added as well from one of the comments from someone, I can't think of the name, so I do apologise, where they said the track was a bit close to the edge when it come round here. So he says, you know, you could do with extending the back scene, so that's what I've done. I've brought the back scene this way as well. So basically the track now goes round the hillside into the fiddle yard at the back here. But it was a good point to make, because if a train does come off round there, it's just smashed, especially from the height of what this layout is. Okay, that brings me to the end of the video. If you've stayed with me this long, then I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for your support. Hopefully you've all enjoyed it. If you have, then please hit the thumbs up, the like icon, and also share with your friends and colleagues so they can get to see some of my videos. And if they're interested, there is, don't force the things on them. If you're new to the channel, then please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and notify yourself as all, and you'll be automatically updated when I release a new video either on Trecwn Valley or on March West Junction TMD. I really appreciate, like I say, you stopping by and watching my video. Please stay safe, and I'll see you again at the next one. So thanks very much again, and bye for now.